Today we're going to stick the 100-yard shot. Let's go. Oh, I want to give a little shout out to these guys. They sent me this stop sweat stains on your hat deal. Out here, Georgia, I sweat more than I'm used to. So anyways, this, see on my hat, like this guy, you get these guys. And now I've been wearing this outside and stuff, nothing. Actually works. So anyways, I'll leave a link in the description below for these guys. Check them out. I always like to get the aim just perfect. So everything with TrackMan is dialed in. That's why if you see the rubber thing there, that's what it is. It's so I know where to aim. Very important. So anyways, thanks for stopping by. Hope you like this video. I get a lot of requests for this kind of stuff of really how to stick these shorter shots, specifically like 100 yards. Done videos on this before. So we're gonna kind of dive deeper into it than in the past and really get you dialed in so you are knocking down and sticking those 100-yard shots. I'm gonna give you my keys so that you can have great success at this yardage, and make sure you hit that like button if you like this video and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell so you don't miss any videos that come out. Appreciate it. Let's set it up. 100 yards. Okay, tip numero uno on the 100-yarders in that range. You must hit the fairway. First of all, if you really want to stick a 100-yarder and those shorter shots, you have to be in the fairway to do it, to have great success. So you don't always have to hit your driver, and really calculate the yardage off the tee box. From, if you want 100 yards on a par 4, how far do you hit your tee shot? Let's say it's a driver or 3-wood or hybrid or whatever you're hitting off the tee. Try to figure it out. So if you want that 100-yarder on a par 4, what's it going to require off the tee? And if you can do it, great. If not, then think about a different distance. That's going to be tip 1. And same applies for the par 5. Really know how far you're going to hit things so that you can lay up to that perfect 100-yard number if that's what you want. Okay? That's going to be tip 1. Get it in the fairway. Most of the time, you're going to be par 5 100-yarders. And on the right yardages for par 4s, hit the 3-wood, hit the driver if you need to, hit what's going to get you that number. But make sure, beyond anything else, you're in the fairway, even if it's farther away than the 100-yard number. Okay, tip number 2 is this. Make sure you have a 100-yard club. You have to wait a sec. No, that's totally not right. Tip 2 is this. There is no such thing, and get this out of your mind. Erase it from your memory banks. Delete, run away from this type of thinking. You do not have a 100-yard club. One does not exist. It does not happen in your bag. They say, what do you hit 100 yards? Your answer from this point forward for the rest of your living days, and even beyond that, is I hit every club 100 yards. Depends. What's the wind? What's my lie? Where's the pin? How much do I want to spin it? I can hit anything from a 60-degree to a driver. Okay, that's your answer. Okay? Because, look, here's my 100-yard club, 54-degree, or sand wedge or something. A lot of people do that and they say, oh, that's my 100-yard club. Well, that's my 100-yarder, with my full swing, right? But what if I'm off? I just hit that like in the water almost. Like, what if I'm off, right? What if my swing is out of sync, out of rhythm, out of timing that day? Then guess what's going to be out of sync, out of rhythm, out of timing? It's going to be my 100-yard club because my full swing is out of rhythm, all right? And so we don't want a 100-yard club. Because if we're off, that's off too. I need something to rely on. I need some club in my bag to know that, hey, I have got this down no matter what happens, what disasters I face, that there are things I can do to hit the 100-yard shots, and having a 100-yard club is not going to do it for you. Here's what you're gonna do. We're gonna grab a little extra club right now for this, for where we're at right now. So I'm going 50 degree, right? That's full swing. That's like 120. So I got a lot of extra club. 115, 120 is kind of what I want. But I'm trying to be accurate here. This is scoring land. I want to score. So now that we have the right mentality, we're in the fairway, now we can start working on some of the things that are going to really help us dial this in. So for starters, I want a much narrower stance. We're going to work on our setup, okay? Our setup's just going to be basic, narrow stance. This is where I want to be. I have a lot more accuracy in this zone than I do full swing out here. So it's right here, okay? Stance is right there. Weight is forward on my front foot a little bit, more on my front foot. 60-40, 70-30 really is where I like to be at, okay? Then I'm going to move in a little closer to the ball. So instead of here with the full swing, I'm in here. I want to be a little closer. What that's going to do is allow you to hit more across the line as opposed to in to out. When you come inside out too much, then you're going to flip that club handle, and it's just not going to be the most beneficial thing for your wedges. So this is going to allow me to come more to the left. It's just going to help me rotate a little better through the ball and have more of a cut spin on the wedge shots. All right, so this is just set up. I'm just in a little tighter, and I'm right here. That's the setup piece of this, which is going to be really critical so that you can learn to, really dial in these 100-yarders. We're not quite there yet, but yeah, the better we can set up, the more consistency we're going to have on these shots. And then we can start doing some things that are going to help us get our ball a lot closer to the hole more often. What I want with the swing, and there's different ways to do this. Whatever works best for you is what I'm for. But here's what I like to think about when I'm swinging the club. I'm not much of a clock guy with my arms, where my arms are, because it's just, I could feel my arms, but I'm more of a club guy. So I like to have my club pointing in it somewhere, right? So like, that's what I can feel. Like, I can feel the club going straight up and down here. That's where I want it. I don't want it back here, right? Now it's pointing down the target line. So on these 100-yarders, I like to point it up here and then up here, right there. Okay, that's where I want my club to go in terms of like the length and distance of my swing. Okay, so everything's here, tighten here, and so I'm just trying to go up to up, okay? I'm thinking more club position rather than my arm or hand position. And for some people, that doesn't work. They prefer the arm position, like 9 o'clock, 3 o'clock, or however you tell time, right? So, but I like that club position. That just works better for me. And then I can just easily just say, I'm gonna stop my club pointing straight up right here. So that's where I like it for me. And then I know that, okay, that's my swing. And that's going right at 100 yards, 99 carry there. So that's great. And then if this doesn't get it with this club, you go to another club and just try to figure it out. Which club works best for the situation. And right in there. And we're dialing it in. There's one more tip that I'm going to give you that I think can really, truly help you hammer this home and wrap it all up so you can really stick your 100-yard shots. The reason I say every club in your bag, because if the pin is really tight up front and I have to carry something, I might swing as hard as I can with a 60-degree wedge and try to get it in there. So let's say, you have 110 yards, right? But it's 100 to the center of the green, and then it's 10 yards to the flag, right? Maybe you don't hit your 110 club. Maybe you hit a different 100 club, like a pitching wedge, a 9-iron, an 8-iron, and you do the exact same thing. And then what happens this time when it goes 100 yards? It hits and it releases a bit more. So these are things we have to think about, because a 100-yard shot isn't necessarily 100 yards, or a 110-yard shot could be just a 100-yarder. And you're just like, hey, I'm hitting this 100 even though I have 110. I'm just using the pitching wedge because I want it to roll out a lot farther. Okay, sometimes you could take the 9 and do the same thing and just try to hit the same shot, same thing. It's going to hit and it's going to roll a lot more. But remember, the key thing is there's no 100-yard club in your bag. Erase that from eternity and know that every club is available for you when you have that shot. And you will start getting it closer to the hole more often with more confidence. Good luck. Love you guys. See you in the next video. Is it a possibility? Get in. Come on. Dude, how close is that? Oh, that's pretty close.